Back on HQ, game one of the Eastern Conference Final in the books. The New York Rangers 6-2 winners over the two-time defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. That's their seventh straight home playoff win, the longest such streak in team history. The Rangers, by the way, doubled the amount of goals the Panthers scored in the entire previous series against the Lightning in one game. All right, let's get some perspective from HQ NHL analyst and former player Alan May. Alan, Rangers strike early in this game, Lightning respond. Rangers go up 2-1, Lightning respond. And then at 2-2 second period, New York reels off 4 straight goals, bridging the second and third. There was the aspect of rest versus rust, but your impressions of how this played out?
Well, I think the biggest thing within this is the Rangers coming off a great win in Carolina and creating momentum for themselves. So you think of the last 2 victories that they had, and they had players waking up, top tier offensive guys waking up. And then on the other side of it, the role players really doing a great job. Shesterkin gaining confidence, the young defensemen gaining all types of confidence. Then they go to Tampa. They had 9 days off, and there was a lot of rust there. It's, the older players on the team, somewhat they're inactive, but it also gives them time to heal. So this would play the way you think it does. It's kind of like going into an all-star break in any sport. You have that, you're on a heater, a roll, and you're going along, and all of a sudden you disrupt your momentum. So Tampa's momentum was a little bit disrupted. So tonight's kind of their preseason game of this round, where they're going to get their legs back. They're going to be a lot better looking team the next game and know what to expect from the Rangers. It's just a matter of, can a veteran team take away the middle of the ice, slow the game down, because the Rangers were, at full speed tonight, in rhythm, in sync, and just all their guys doing and playing exactly to what their roles are.
Alan, it's interesting. The Rangers had 6 players with 2 points in this game. You're going to get goals from players like Kreider, Zibanejad, Panarin, the veterans. But then there's the young gun line, if you will. Kakko sets up Hedl. By the way, Hedl, 8 goals regular season, 7 in this postseason. When they're getting it from the young guns in that form, how much does that boost this team even further?
Well, you see every time a team has success in the playoffs, or since the lockout era, you need your young players to rise up, to make names for themselves, and it will extend their careers and really reinforce how good they are and why they were drafted. And it's a matter of nurturing. They've done a great job. What I really like about what Chris Drury has done is he hasn't traded these young players. There was a lot of chatter that these players were on the block, and with nothing out of the New York Rangers or Drury, it was around the league, other teams talking about it and their reporters. But sticking with these guys, Chris Drury has done a great job of assembling a team, putting together a roster like he has. He's got to be commended. And then the trades that he made, spectacular.
Yeah.
They were able to do, and the guys they were able to bring in, key role players that are providing key moments in these playoffs.
Yeah, Vetrano scored again, another of those deadline acquisitions. This is a Lightning team, Alan, that 10 straight playoff series wins, 10 straight series wins. So they've been there, done that. But I'm curious, the head of the snake is the goalie, Andrei Vasilevskiy. When you put 6 goals on him, is there some level of psychology that really kind of boosts you to say, hey, we got to the best goalie in the world. This is going to buoy us moving forward?
It works both ways. So they gain confidence, and I've seen teams go in against players and goaltenders that you thought were unbeatable, and they have some success. And sometimes it's in a loss, but you score enough goals and you start, it doesn't become, that brick wall that you can't score on. So I look at this. There's 2 ways to look at it, really. The Rangers gain confidence from it.
Yep.
And Vasilevskiy is the best goalie in the game. And what we're seeing in this series is the 2 best goaltenders right now in the National Hockey League. Vasilevsky's the reigning champion of everything. Stanley Cups, regular season, you name it. He's got a lot of confidence in him from not only himself, but from his teammates. And when they look back there, one of the aspects of having great leadership, which the Tampa Bay Lightning do, is they let their goalie down tonight. They let too many point-blank opportunities. They left the slot wide open way too many times. And that's where the Rangers want to shoot the puck from. They've got a lot of guys that are snipers that just haven't done it yet. And now in the playoffs, their intensity is at a level that is really rising up and showing why these players are draft picks, why their stars are stars. And you just can't give them those opportunities, those looks in such an important game. So when I think of what the New York Rangers were able to do tonight, that's excellent. On the other side of it, John Cooper, he can go to his guys and they know what they have to do. They got to lock down the middle of the ice. They've got to get back to, it's all about the defense first. Let's make sure we stay out of the penalty box, play disciplined hockey with and without the puck, and we're back in this series.
Alan, the Lightning are two-time defending champs for a reason. They've won 18 straight games in the postseason following a loss. How do you expect them to respond in Game 2 and beyond in this series? I expect
they're a veteran team, and you've talked about the amount of playoff series wins that they have, and it's being able to take a deep breath. And when they falter, they don't eat their own. They don't beat each other up. What they do is they do a system reset, and because they're champions, they believe that they can. Not exact same team. They're missing some key players. They've had other players step in. Nick Paul's been wonderful for them, but they lost that third line that they had the last couple of years, and those guys were such important parts to their Stanley Cups. So when you think of that, but at the same time, veteran team, they believe in themselves. We got to get back to our basics, and they'll tell themselves the Rangers didn't play that well. You know, we could have played way better. We let our goaltender down. We exposed too much of the middle of the ice. And we're going to take care of that, and we're going to go in there and win the next game. That's the kind of thought process they've had over the past few seasons and winning their Stanley Cups.
Rangers 6-2 winners in Game 1 are thanks to HQ NHL analyst Alan May.
See you soon.
This is how it looks like a series schedule as we move forward. Friday is Game 2 from Madison Square Garden before the venue shifts to Florida. Again, the Lightning have responded in the postseason over the last 3 years. 18 straight wins following a playoff loss.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.